Hi moms, welcome back to my channel. Maybe you are new, maybe you are not. On my channel I share a lot of videos about postpartum recovery and suitable exercises that you can start doing in your postpartum journey that can help you recover your diastasis recti or core dysfunctions, pelvic floor dysfunctions. Either you are in the beginning of your postpartum journey, or maybe you are already years, or maybe you are already months or years after giving birth. Most probably there is one topic that is really hot: how to lose weight after birth, how to lose weight after pregnancy, how to lose weight, how to lose the mom pouch, how to get rid of the belly, how to get rid of the excess fat after. Are we really that right to care so much about our body or how it looks after delivery? I tell you now, it might not be the best way to just worry about your body, your mom pouch, and how you actually look like after pregnancy. You have carried a little human in your belly for 9 months. Recovering your body after postpartum is a marathon. It will take time. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. It's not something that you can achieve really quickly. You are better off taking your sweet time with it. You're better off following clear and guidelines that are tailored for you, that are perfect for you, that are tailored for the postpartum, instead of doing other exercises or certain things that are not suitable actually for postpartum. I see a lot of women putting themselves into hours and hours of bunch of cardio and different difficult exercise routines just to lose the mom pouch, but this might not be the best way to actually do that. It might not be the best way to achieve actually what you want to achieve. And if you want to achieve what I'm talking about is the losing the weight after pregnancy, is the losing the weight after birth, after the delivery, losing the mom pouch, losing the excess body fat in your body, then you might be doing the wrong thing. So in this video I want to explain to you what would be the right approach, the right way to start out your postpartum journey and to recover properly and get back to your old self or be even better. First things first, what you should be doing first is properly recover after the pregnancy. See your body, what you've been through, and acknowledge it. And then examine yourself, see if you have core dysfunctions, if you have pelvic floor dysfunctions, if you have diastasis recti, and take care of this kind of recovery first. Most of the women experience diastasis recti already from the second or third trimester of their pregnancy, and it will exist also after the birth. In most cases, this diastasis recti will not resolve on their own, but you have to do specific exercises to actually resolve this kind of complaints. Same goes for the pelvic floor dysfunction, and in case of pelvic floor dysfunction, it can have even more serious complaints than diastasis recti. If you're not treating your core and pelvic floor dysfunctions after pregnancy properly, it can result in more serious complaints later on, or even chronic illnesses, chronic complaints that will follow you for a very long time in your life. I have shared numerous videos about diastasis recti and pelvic floor recovery and suitable exercises. You can check out one of my videos, or you can check out my diastasis recti recovery plan on my website, and these tools will also help you to completely recover your core. As I mentioned, this is very important to recover your core after pregnancy, because this is the base of everything, and this is where you can build the future, the next steps. To make sure that you are recovering, you're starting your recovery journey safely as well. You can already do strength training with or without dumbbells in the beginning, and build up your strength little by little after the pregnancy. So if you haven't done any strength exercises before, I would recommend to start out with body weight and then little by little build up your strength after pregnancy. Make sure that you are not using too heavy weight in the beginning while you are still having diastasis recti, because this can also further worsen your symptoms or further open the gap between your abs if the weight is too heavy and applying it wrongly in your exercises. So just make sure that you are doing safe exercises, safe way while you are recovering, and not using too heavy weights. Also make sure you are not doing the wrong abs exercises. Many women will do a bunch of planks, crunches, high intensity exercises, high intensity abs exercises like mountain climbers or V-sit position exercises, because they think these are the ones what will help them to get the six-pack abs, reduce the mom-pose, reduce the belly fat and fat around the midsection area. But these exercises actually the ones that can further worsen your symptoms and open the gap in your abs. These exercises are not safe to do postpartum, post-pregnancy, after delivery, because in most cases, most women have some kind of core dysfunction or diastasis recti, about 90% of the women, and these exercises will not help you to achieve a six-pack. It's quite the opposite. They will just harm you in this period. I'm not saying the exercises are wrong. They are just not suitable for the postpartum period when women are starting their healing journey. Once you have healed your core and your abs, you can go on and do these exercises as well. But first you have to make sure that you are healing properly before you are starting these specific movements. Another thing, running, jumping, high intensity exercises are also maybe not the most suitable after pregnancy in your postpartum journey, in the beginning of your recovery and healing journey. Why? Because these exercises are encouraging more those symptoms that you have concerning pelvic floor and the open belly, the separation between the abs, because with the gravity and with the jumping and bouncing movements, these muscles are already loose and they can just get and feel looser even when a bouncing movement is applied, like running, jumping and high intensity exercises. So I would recommend you, instead of doing these high intensity exercises and running, start out with walking. Walking is a very safe cardiovascular exercise. Walking is really effective way of losing weight and body fat. Try to keep in mind, if it is about walking, about 10 minutes will give you 1,000 steps, 20 minutes will give you about 2,000 steps, 30 minutes will give you about 3,000 steps. On an average speed, 40 minutes again will give you 4,000 steps, 60 minutes will give you 6,000 steps, and so on. A good amount of walking during the day could be between the 8 and 10,000 steps if you are aiming to lose body fat. The longer period you can walk at once, the more fat you will be losing the more calories and fat you will be losing from your body. Now, apart of walking, cardio, strength training and core recovery, you also have to pay attention to a very important factor if you want to lose body weight and fat after pregnancy, which is the nutrition. You have to make sure you are eating the right nutrition. You just have to make sure that you are eating enough of all the macronutrients, but you are also eating the micronutrients. The macronutrients are the carbs, protein and fats, and water, and the micronutrients are the vitamins and minerals. A variable meal plan is always the best option. So not eating too much of the same foods all the time, but having variety. It's very important, because if you are eating so many different kinds of food during the day and on different days as well during the week, then you can not just get the macronutrients that are very important, but you also will get enough of all micronutrients, which are the vitamins and minerals, because each of the foods have different vitamins and minerals in them, and not to have deficiency of some of those, you will need to have a variety of meals. You need to consume a variety of different foods during the day or during the week, or have to implement these into your life to make sure that you are getting enough from everything. I recommend you to eat a protein-rich diet because it is essential to lose body fat. 1 gram of protein for each of your body weight in lbs, or 2 times of your body weight in kilogram. So for example, just make it a bit more clear, if you are 136 lbs, that's your weight, then you should be eating about 136 gram protein in a day. If you are 50 kilogram, then you should be eating around 100 gram protein in a day. If you eat a high protein diet, the protein will keep you full for longer, because protein is the macronutrient that will take the most time in your body to be processed. For your body to process protein will take a lot of energy for your body to do that. So if you are eating high protein, imagine your body will take up a lot of energy, and also this energy means the body will burn a lot of calories just to process the high protein food that you have just eaten. During that time, you will actually not even feel hungry. So the protein will keep you feel full for longer and will also make your body burn more calories while processing the food. So you will not be hungry, and you will also burn extra calories, more calories than, for example, eating fats or carbs. A part of protein is also important to mention, to eat lots of fiber. You can find fiber in fruits and vegetables and different type of grains. If you eat protein and fiber at the same time, fiber is also keeping you full for longer. Then you hit the jackpot, ting ting, and it will really keep you extra full for a very long time, so which can prevent you of unnecessary snacking. Now I want to come to the conclusion at the end of our video to explain why I'm mentioning all these tips: protein, fiber, walking as cardio, core recovery, strength training, calorie burning. How our body works is all based on science. Our body is burning a certain amount of calories during the day and is also consuming a certain amount of calories during the day. What does that mean? That we are consuming energy, but we are also releasing energy with certain activities that we are doing during the day. How does the total daily energy expenditure come together and how we can influence it? These are exactly the things that I have explained you before: the walking, the strength training, the high protein. And why? Because within the total daily energy expenditure, there are certain factors that we can not directly influence, but there are some factors that we can very much influence. Things that most likely we can't influence and is part of the TDEE, the total daily energy expenditure, is the BMR. The basic metabolic rate is the amount of calories that you burn in a resting period. So if I would just do nothing the whole day but just lie down and sleep, this is how much calories I would be burning during that time. This is something that we can't really influence instantly. You might be able to influence this on the long term, and I will get to that soon, but instantly you cannot influence it because it depends on how your body works, how much energy your body needs to burn in a resting mode. So this is basically the metabolism that our body has. That's the basic metabolic rate. Is what you can influence on it, not instantly, but over time, is the muscle mass. And why am I saying to strength train? Because strength training is the tool that you can use to build muscles, and once you have more muscles in your body, your basic metabolic rate is actually growing and is increasing. So people who have more muscle mass in their body have a higher basic metabolic rate, which means they are burning more calories just in a resting mode without doing anything than someone else who has significantly less muscles in their body, or maybe they even have more body fat than muscle. So that's why I mentioned earlier strength training to lose body fat, because once you strength train and you actually build muscles, over time you can increase your basic metabolic rate just by having muscle mass in your body. Apart of that, we have the thermic effect of food. So why am I talking about protein? I mentioned protein is the one that is taken for your body to process the longest. So it is taking the longest time and the most energy from your body to process protein. So with that, you will also directly burn more calories than, for example, if you would just eat carbs or fat the whole day. So the more protein you eat, you can also increase the thermic effect of food, the calories that you burn just by eating. So that's why it's also very important to eat a high protein if you want to lose fat or weight, because eating high protein will take longer for your body and will burn more calories during the day than any other macronutrients that you are eating, like carbs or fats. The other two things that you can also directly influence to achieve more calorie burn or fat loss, other two things that you can directly influence in the TDEE, the exercise and the non-exercise activities. The exercise activity is the planned exercise, and the non-exercise activities within the TDEE are all the activities that you are performing during the day, because as mentioned, the BMR is a basic metabolic rate, is just a resting period, but obviously we are not just resting during the day, but we have certain tasks and jobs that we have to fulfill each and every day that we are going for, and we are doing those during the whole day, like cooking, cleaning, going to the store, going to the supermarket, going to work, sitting at the desk at work, getting up, going to my colleague's desk and explaining something, or catching the public transport to go somewhere, or doing some errands. These are all non-exercise activities. The exercise activity will only take about 5% of your total daily energy expenditure, while the non-exercise activities will take about 10%. And how you can influence to actually achieve fat loss with the exercise and non-exercise activity is to actually add these into your daily routines. So if you are adding planned exercise, you are already better off burning more calories and achieving your fat loss than if you are not adding any planned exercise, right? Because with the planned exercise, you can burn somewhere between the 200 to 500 calories depending on your weight, while if you are not adding it, you are not burning any of those extra calories. With the non-exercise activities, the more that you are on your feet during the day, the more calories you are going to burn. As mentioned, the basic metabolic rate is just the metabolism, the calories that you burn in a resting period without doing actually anything. Imagine if you are just getting up and then trying to be more on your feet during the whole day, you will be burning so much more calories. So what you can do in this case is increase your activity during the day, add planned exercise, and a part of the planned exercise to increase your non-exercise activities, make sure that you are being more on your feet. Implement short walks into your day, get outside for a couple of minutes and do it more often. These short walks or little activities during the day will also add to your steps, to your daily steps. You might not doing them in 1 hour all at once, but little by little, a couple of steps, 100, 200 steps here and there will also count. And it will increase your non-exercise activity and your activity during the day, which means you are going to burn more calories than if you would just be sitting most of the time during the day. In order to achieve the weight loss or the fat loss that you are aiming to achieve in postpartum, what you have to do is to be in a calorie deficit, which means reduce the calories that you are intaking and have the calorie intake less than what you actually burn. What you consume need to be smaller than what you are burning. So you have to eat less calories than what you actually burn during the day. There are different ways to achieve that, either by eating less calories than what you need during the day, applying extra exercise, eating high protein, because with that you can burn also more calories, and being more on your feet during the day to achieve more calorie burn, again with non-exercise activities. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope it was very clear for you. Please comment your questions below and I will be happy to answer all of them. If you like this video, please subscribe for future videos. Thank you for watching me today and have a good day. Bye.